Hey y'all, this is my ranking of the 6 businesses that I've worked in and owned. So I've worked in 6 different industries, and I'm gonna rank them according to like profitability and how difficult they are. So starting at number 6, I would say is e-commerce. So I sold a lot of print shirts and stuff like that, and this was my very first one. I was 17, so I started really young and I didn't really know much, but now looking back, I understand that it requires a lot of marketing and advertising money, and so it pretty much requires money to make money. But it was kind of like a drop ship. I didn't have to manufacture it myself. It was manufactured somewhere else and it would be delivered directly to the customers through a DTC. But it just wasn't very high volume, and it required a lot of attention to get it to high volume. Probably a loss in advertisement and marketing investment in order to get it to high volume, and I just wasn't willing to do that. And even if you invested all that, there's no guarantee that it's going to be one of the top sellers, because there is a lot of e-commerce out there. It's one of the more competitive markets because everyone wants to work from home and sit down and stuff like that. So I think anything sitting down or in an office somewhere, or work from home kind of stuff, I think it's going to be very hard to make money from here on into the future, because so many people want to sit down and work from home. Coming in at number 5 is restaurants. I've had ownership in 4, and I am close to closing the chapter of all my involvement in restaurants. And I just had somebody ask me if I wanted to take over a restaurant recently, and I said definitely no. Restaurants are high volume, narrow profit margin, but all the restaurants I was involved in were profitable. And I had the hardest time explaining to people, like, hey, I can make it really profitable, but that's not the problem. And people are like, what do you mean? Like, profit is the only thing? No, it's not. The biggest thing with restaurants, and I couldn't really explain it to anybody, so I did a lot of research and I ended up writing a book about it, because it is very difficult to understand why restaurants are difficult. But the biggest thing is that you need money to make money. There's a reason why McDonald's requires you to be a slight millionaire. Well, more than a slight millionaire. You have to be a multi-millionaire if you want to own a McDonald's, and that's because it